dogs, don't you just love them? I've had to go to Jolly's, the pet people, never even heard of it before, and I've had to buy one of those. He is in a proper sulky mood. He won't even walk in front of me, so he's not allowing me to actually look at his butt to see if the tick's still there or not, because I'm not too sure if I managed to grab it. But he's in a proper sulk. From here we had a quick look around Blythe, which is very nice, and then moved on. Good morning, glorious people. Thank you for watching. I'm now in Seaton Sluice. I think that's how you pronounce it. Just taking the dogs on a morning walk, so I thought I'd say hi to you. My videos are coming out fast. I'm trying to keep updated with whereabouts I am. So this is where I am at the minute. And we're heading up to St Mary's Lighthouse, which is just over there somewhere. And then hopefully we're going to get to Whitley Bay as well, walking along the coast path. So see you in a bit, guys. We are going to be walking England coast path towards Teignmouth, which is 5.5 miles. But I think we're just going to get as far as Whitley Bay. It is a bit blowy today, saying everywhere else is really hot. We've got the wind again. Oh, I'm sick of the wind with recording. The wind was just horrendous. So I decided that you can hear a little bit of it. I've turned it down in volume so you can hear my voice instead. I'm not putting music to this. But yeah, that's St Mary's Lighthouse. But you'll see a little bit more of that in a moment. But I'm really sorry about the noise. The wind is just doing my head in. So the view here was the road coming down towards the lighthouse that you've just seen. And then it's looking out across the bay. It's just so sad that you can't hear the sea where it's hitting all those rocks and that pipe that's coming over, because it sounded absolutely, oh, it's lovely. I love the sound of waves hitting things. And then we have the glorious lighthouse, which you'll see some surprises later there when the causeway is open, because you can actually drive across there when the causeway is open. Well, not drive, you can walk. You can drive across it, but only for not for members of the public, I'm afraid. But you can walk across it, and it's well worth walking across, particularly to see what I saw when I went across, because I was amazed. And then we have the fishing boat. I saw it coming in, and just look at it. It's just like going from one side to another. Who would get seasick on something like that? All it is doing is just bouncing up and down. I was waiting for it to come a little bit closer, but it didn't. So I'm presuming they were fishing from there. And then we got to Whitley Bay. The noise in the background is roadworks, because they're doing all new road systems there. And I didn't realise that there'd been a shipwreck here. And because I'm an advanced PADI diver, I think I might come back here at some point in the future to dive this wreck. There were buoys in the water to show you where you can drop down. So I'm presuming they're all different levels that you can go down to on the boat. And then you have a sea pool to the left of you. And then these glorious views. I think this might be the area where it used to be the outdoor paddling pool as well, just past that greenery there. But you could just stand and watch this. All these little rock pools. I didn't actually notice if you could get down to them at all though, and the tide was out at the time. But it's all nice. not cared for very much, but I don't mind looking at a bit of graffiti. I think it's quite interesting. That's just me. And we're back at St Mary's Lighthouse now, where the tide is out. So we're going to go a quick walk. Let's take you up to the top of it. There you go. We're going to walk across the causeway. We've just been to Whitley Bay. We was going to go to Neath, but didn't get there. What a surprise. Seal pups in the summer. I'm thinking they're harbour seals because grey seals only have pups, I think, in the winter months. I might be wrong, I don't know. But you've got the mom there, you've got the little pup to the right hand side, and then you've got the other one that's just bobbed up and down, but then it jumps up. And I couldn't really see what I was recording, so I start blooming zooming out, don't I? Just as the other one climbs up. And I think that they're then feeding the pup. It was absolutely lovely to watch, but I had to zoom right in because the Lighthouse, National Trust, have basically stopped anybody walking within that area and the area around the lighthouse itself because they were scaring the pups, because seals have fantastic hearing. And there's all signs up saying that the pups were being scared. I was really trying to see some more seals here. If you look in the middle, the rock that's pointing out now, there was a pup on top of that. There we go, look, I'm trying to zoom into it. And that pup was on its own. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, little cutie. Look, he goes in the water. Well, get ready. Get ready for him to swim in. Get ready, get ready. In he goes. And then there's another one there. And that one's just looking at us. And the woman's just waving to the left hand side. I just find them so comical. They look like great big Labradors, I think. Look, he's got his little head back now and he's stretching. Oh, that's so cute. So there's a couple there. I don't know where the adults are there. Because adults are only with the pups for 4 to 6 weeks before they then just leave them on their own. Make them fend for themselves. So from here we headed back to Seaton Sluice. For some reason I hadn't taken that many videos. I think it was probably because of the wind. So I thought I'd share a few photographs that I took which show the areas of Whitley Bay. And it was then time to move off again. So yeah. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember to comment, like, share and subscribe, if you will please. Doing YouTube for me is out helping to keep me sane. It just fills in the boredom of being in a van on your own. I don't get bored with the 2 dogs because they keep me on my toes all the time, but I do appreciate everybody that has been watching my videos. Thank you. Good morning from South Shields. We are just going a little bit of a walk. We got here last night